we are here with the views. And, all right. First thing I have to say, when you walked out on stage, my head was singing Go Speed Racer.
I'm glad you got the shirt.
I think I'm probably the only one in the room who got that. But your shorts.
My shorts?
That's something else.
Yeah.
My cats?
Yes.
Yes, my cats. My bathing suit of cats. I wanted to go swimming, but it looked like the water was too cold, so I opted to wear the cats at the show tonight instead. Yeah.
I don't think...
I didn't even see them until we're breaking down. I was like, where the hell did those come from?
They probably would not have liked the sea up in Blackpool.
Yeah.
Bit too cold.
They wouldn't be purring. Yeah.
No, I think they probably would have hissed.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now you guys have been going forever. Sorry. And what do you think has kept you involved? Not all of you, because some of you aren't the new members. Has kept you in hardcore, has kept you going and keeping the band alive?
Oh, that's a good one, because I got away from it for a while. I got away from it as far as one could be, I got married, had a couple of kids, and I was working at a career that I thought was going to be like, my career and stuff like that. But, things didn't go that way. And just right about the time when I was like staring at myself, wondering what I'm going to do, and then I was saying, oh, you should start playing again. And I said, all right, well, my family won't like it, any of them, but, but,
Neither will your friends.
But, so why do they do it?
That's the real question.
Yes, that is. But, it's one of the things I'm good at. And it's not a big list, so I'm going to sing, right?
And tonight, the audience was just so there. They were in your face. They were a part of it tonight.
Yeah.
It felt like the 80s a lot to me, watching these kids.
Yeah.
And how have the other venues that you've played, how have they compared to where you've played tonight in Leeds?
You mean in the UK or?
In the UK, yes. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, we played Rebellion, and Rebellion's great, but it's a very like orderly thing, and you go here at a certain time, you go there at a certain time, and if you don't have a map, you're lost.
There's quite a large barrier between
Right.
you and the crowd
Not used to
there.
that in the States.
There were a lot of people who seemed like they were really enjoying it, but they're there, you're here.
Yeah.
But,
For here, they're literally falling into your lap.
Exactly. Most literally falling into your lap.
But, they treat the bands well, so
Oh, yes.
and
Definitely.
they're the reason we're here. I mean, if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here.
Yeah, exactly.
Nothing can replace what we experienced tonight, because I just felt like, I was like, wow. There was, everything I was throwing out was coming right back, so that was great.
Have you ever played on a stage that big before? Is the Rebellion stage?
Yeah. House of Blues, I think, is actually a little bigger.
Is it really? The House of Blues where?
In Boston.
Okay. So your local one is just as big, so.
Yeah.
Do you ever feel you get lost on a big stage like that? Like, because it is so big, even though you've got a lot of people, that everybody's just too spread out?
I felt that way, earlier, but not. I think I've gotten used to it more now that we've done it a few times, and now, I've learned how to work with the sound man and get a good sound going, and then you find you have a lot of room to work with, and we can still look at each other and key on each other and everything. So I don't think it's a problem that way.
The big difference between a small venue and a large venue is projecting. When you're used to working with a small venue, you make an eye contact, you're joking, you see people in the audience, maybe your girlfriend, maybe friends you've known for a long time. And when you're in a town, it's all new. There's an intimacy right away.
Yeah.
When you're playing a really big venue, you're projecting to people who don't know you. You're kind of shadows, but you still you make that eye contact with somebody 10 rows back or whatever, and you just learn to move around and really try to like work a big crowd, and it's a different experience.
It's a
not
different
better
way to
or worse,
engage.
It's just different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
It's a completely different way to engage with the audience.
Yeah.
And I'm going to change the subject completely because I want you to turn your head for us so we can see the leopard spots.
You should tell the story of how this happened.
My question.
Okay, haircuts and me are kind of a funny thing. The last few years, I've had a number of kind of wacky haircuts, and the intention is really like the first time I got a wacky haircut was about 2 years ago. I went to a punk night to do a DJ gig, and I heard it was free haircut night, and I was looking really shaggy and shitty at the time, and I said, "Wow, I could really use a haircut. Do you think somebody could spot me at the booth for a minute?" And I ran up and I said, "You're doing a haircut?" And she had a full booth, and she, it was all set up. It was like in a hairstylist, and it was in a disco, in a club. And I sat down, and she goes, "Yeah, you're here for a free punk night haircut." And I said, "Yeah, go for it." I said, "I really could use a cut." And then she says, "Do you want it thick or thin?" And I said, "Well, I'm thinning a little in the top, so make it a little bit thick." And all of a sudden, I felt a straight razor just go voomf along the side, voomf. And I said, "Hey, you just shaved me balls." She goes, "Well, it's free mohawk night." So I work in the legal industry in a big law firm, and I had to go to work for the next month, wearing a bowler hat and a nice shirt and stuff. And I didn't take the hat off. And recently, I knew I was doing this gig coming out here, and I had 2 weeks off of work, and I could look however the fuck I wanted to for a few weeks. And I went to a friend of mine just opened up a hair salon right in Salem, down the street where I live, and she's a lady I've known for a while. She's got great hair. She's cool. She's in the hardcore scene back home. So I went out there for a haircut, and I said, "Look, I'm going to be on the road for 2 weeks playing punk shows. Go wild. Do whatever you like. I mean, you're the expert. I usually just shave it off and do the skin thing." And so she said, "Okay, I'll do whatever." And I sat in the booth, and she said, "Can I do some color?" And I said, "Yeah." And she put black on the top, and then she bleached out the sides. And I looked in the mirror, and I thought, "Okay, this is kind of goth. It looks cool." And then she says, "You want to do some leopard?" And I said, "Yeah, go for some leopard spots." And then she's doing the leopard spots, and we're chatting about the friends we know and stuff, and how things are going. And all of a sudden, I look in her jar with her brush, and I say, "What the fuck is that neon yellow stuff?" And she goes, I'm doing neon. Your leopard spots are going to be neon. And there's going to be, do you want pink or purple in the spots? And I said, "Oh, fuck. Just when I get back, you're shaving it. You're either shaving it or dyeing it all black before I go to work on Monday."
You'll have just for men as soon as you get back to work.